Hello everybody, welcome to Binah Tarot. This is Milagros and I'm going to be doing the February love forecasts for each one of the 12 zodiac signs. By the end of the video I will be explaining the guidelines to participate in the St. Valentine's contest, as well as a new promo I will be offering during the month of February. Let's begin. This month I'm going to be using two different tarot decks since it's the month of St. Valentine's. And the first one is a Lover's Path Tarot deck by Kris, Waldherr, and this is going to be for the Celtic Cross. And the second one is the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette, Baron-Reid, and it is going to be for the advice card. Gemini, this is your love forecast for the month of February. And the first card we have is the Princess of Staves. And this can represent the other person in your life. It can be somebody from a fire sign such as Aries, Leo or Sagittarius, or Venus in one of these signs. It can also represent yourself, the part of yourself that is ready to go and get what you want, the part of yourself that is driven by passion, the part of yourself that is impulsive, that wants to lead in a way, that wants the things to come up in the way that you want, even though the situations or the circumstances might not always be how you expect them to be in the beginning. This can also represent the other person because it is a suit different than your own. So you might be having some sort of disagreement with this person, some sort of disagreement with this energy, with this situation during this month. And what is crossing is the Ace of Cups. So quite possibly there are feelings involved. So you might be really different than this other person who is into your life, but there is a degree of feelings, and you do not see the feelings as your ally in a way. You see them as something, as a challenge. That's why it comes above the medium, the card in the center. And it is how these feelings, this having feelings for this person or towards this situation makes you feel challenged, makes you feel vulnerable, and you kind of fight these feelings. You kind of fight developing. You kind of fight anything from your side to develop further because you're afraid that you're going to get hurt. And this is something that we see on the Five of Coins right on the top of the reading. And in other decks it shows a couple, but in this deck it shows one person that is in some way being left out in the cold. So in your case, in your head, you feel that this is a situation that might potentially make yourself feel abandoned or vulnerable, or that eventually if you give to this situation or to this person more than what you want to give willingly, you're going to find yourself out of resources. It can be financial resources, but it can also be emotional resources. And it is difficult for an air sign whenever they have to deal with things that have to do with feelings. It is a little bit difficult because you become in some ways a little bit too rational, and you start measuring up the feelings as if you would measure up solid things, as if you would measure up sometimes even property, and maybe seeing them under a very different light and in a colder way. It doesn't mean that you don't have the feelings. It just means that you work through them and that you process them in a different way, which is totally valid. But it is also quite different than most of the other zodiac signs. As we see on the past, we have the Ten of Coins, and the Ten of Coins speaks about some kind of a situation that has finished. So whether it is you having recently broken up with somebody and maybe not wanting to develop feelings towards this new person into your life because you feel that it's still not the right time. It might be that this person is coming back, and although you wanted to close that door and open a new episode for yourself, you find yourself maybe still having feelings towards this person and afraid of how can this turn the things maybe against yourself. In the base, we have, in the foundation, we have the Desire card, and this speaks about the subconscious, the things that you cannot quite understand, sometimes not quite accept, but they are in there regardless. And this speaks about you having that desire. We have the Staves card, which is which has the fire energy, as much as the Desire card, which also has the fire energy. So it speaks about the drive, about this connection, about this really, it's something that connects to the flesh itself. And sometimes it rules you, sometimes it is stronger than you, and you don't quite know how to just keep this under control. Maybe you want to stay away from this person or from this situation, or maybe you want to take the things a little bit more slowly, or you want some kind of detachment. But deep inside yourself, there is a strong connection, there is a strong chemistry, and you get confused in regards of how to act towards that. You don't want to also give the impression to the other person that you want different things, or maybe create illusions that you are not ready, that you can fulfill. In regards to the now, the present moment, we have the Queen of Coins that speaks about yourself now. And as I was saying before, you want to take the things a little bit different right now. Maybe during this month, your focus is not going to be so much into that crazy energy of relationships and the passion and all that. Maybe during this month, you're going to have to be focused in more practical matters, such as work, such as studies. And even if it is not that is going to keep you occupied, then you will want to have a more mature approach during this month. You will try to keep the passion at bay, you will try to keep the emotion at bay, you will try to think more rational, to bring more rational things into your life, to give your attention to the things from a different perspective. Be a little bit more matured, be a little bit more centered. At least that is how it feels in the beginning of the month. And I think that that is something that is going to change towards the end of the month because of the wands that are coming back again. From the surroundings or the other person involved, we have the Six of Staves that speaks about pride, about trips as well. It can be that the other person, if she or he is not living in the same place that you are, then it might be making a trip towards your location, or in some way showing up, you know, maybe just visiting you, or it can also represent that your person is very proud and has a very big ego and likes to be adored and taken care of, and in a way there is part of you that just cannot find the peace with that, because you yourself need your space and you get attracted towards several different things, but maybe the massive egos are not something that specifically conquer your heart when it comes to a person. And it might be that this ego, that if the other person has any ego issues, then or that wants more attention, or that enjoys the attention, or wants maybe more of your attention, or is acting in a way that is kind of trying to trigger a response from you, it might be that you are, especially during this month, not feeling very comfortable with that, because you are looking for something quite different during this month. You want some peace, at least in the beginning of the month. Now, the unexpected is the Eight of Cups. Again, a card that speaks about movement. In this case, it can be again about a trip, maybe an unexpected trip that you are going to take, or that the other person is going to take, or maybe a trip that has already been scheduled, but that in some way is going to affect you, or that you're going to feel deeply in a way. Some distance, you know, there is something that is going to make you feel distant from this person, from this situation. Maybe you will want to take some time off, some time away from the drama, some time away from maybe if the things are becoming a little bit difficult to handle for you, maybe you will just want to take some time for yourself. Maybe take a small break, maybe take a small vacation, some days on your own, but not being in the same place, not doing the same things, keeping yourself productive, keeping yourself looking forward to different things, to positive things for yourself. Now, this card also speaks about moving on. And we have the Ten of Staves right on the left. So I wouldn't say that it is not possible that during this month you are going to decide maybe to walk away from this person, from this potential relationship, from this potential connection. This card can also represent that sense of moving on, of giving a step aside something or somebody, Because on the future card we have the Ten of Staves, that is when the things are reaching some sort of end, some sort of bottom, and you are feeling maybe a little bit overwhelmed by the feelings, by the passion, by the situation itself, and it's a point in which you don't know if you have much more to offer and you just want to run away. And that is what we have in the outcome card, the Eight of Staves, that speaks about kind of running away, kind of moving on, kind of, even if it's just for a period of time. You will want to have some space. You will want to escape a little bit. So even if you want to be productive and proactive during the beginning of the month and you want to be super stable and traditional, it feels almost as if the fire within yourself, although you are an earth sign, there is going to be a lot of fire during this month, and it almost feels as if this passion or this fire or this situation that feels almost a little bit too dramatic, a little bit too crazy, it feels almost as if at some point you will want to just live from it, just go away from it, take a time away from it, or maybe just live from it and then go back right to it because it's complicated to completely detach from it. But there is a lot of movement. There is like crazy movement during this month. You're going to feel tired at some point, but then you're going to feel that you want to keep moving, maybe moving back to this situation. The energies are kind of all over the place, and it is going to be a little bit crazy. It's going to be kind of a ride. And the advice card is the Here and Now card, and it speaks about how easy it's to yearn for a love affair or friendship you might not have right now. So this card also speaks about wanting what you cannot longer have. It speaks about maybe somebody who has left from your life, or maybe you having decided to move away from this person. But then again, you might, once a person has moved away from you as well, maybe you just thought the things better and realized that you want that person again. It can be that you want, or you are kind of wishing, desiring something that is more romantic, more fun, more reliable, more passionate. A sense of the good old days being gone and a new day having dawned. Let your heart trust that you have everything you need right now, whether you have the relationship you desire or not. Tomorrow is beyond your reach. Yesterday cannot return. The now is all that is available to you. Stay present and aware in this moment. As you cherish and approve of your beautiful self, you are a magnet of love. Spirit is madly in love with you right now. Did you know that? Turn to Spirit to feel the joy of love and of the here, or in the here and now. So because the energies are a little bit scattered, they are a little bit this is a month that is going to feel a little bit crazy. You will have a little bit of everything. You will want to start the month by feeling stable, by feeling traditional, by protecting yourself, and towards some point of it feels almost as if this passion or this connection is going to be to just make you feel a bit tired, and then you will just want to run away from it. But then there is again the chance that you will want to return to this person or to this situation. And what this card is suggesting you to do, to not go through all this craziness, is just to live the here and now. To stop wishing, to stop trying to think of what you no longer have, of what no longer is in your life. Live the present. If this person is somebody who can potentially make you happy, there is no need to go back to your past, to look back to your past. You can allow yourself to be happy. You can allow yourself to cherish the moment, to live the experience without always wanting something that is unapproachable, or something that is too difficult for you, or that is going to be unhealthy for you, or make you, or bring up some sort of complications for yourself. Please bear in mind that this is just a general reading, and if you want more information, you can always check your ascendant, moon sign, and Venus. If you want to book a private reading, you can do it through the links that I am going to be leaving down below, through my Facebook page or through my website. I'm going to be launching a new promo for the month of February into relationship readings, and the price is going to be, for a half-an-hour reading price, instead of $35, it is going to be $29. It's quite similar to this month, but it is going to be especially into relationship readings. I am also linking my normal rate readings of half an hour, 60 minutes, and the therapeutic reading that I am also offering. This month I am going to be launching a new contest, and it is a St. Valentine's contest that is going to be again to look into relationships. I am going to be leaving the post that you have to share through Facebook down below, and besides sharing this post in public so that I can see who has shared it, the only requirement is to like this video and to subscribe to my channel and to like me on Facebook. Thank you very much for watching, for sharing, for subscribing, for your comments and the support I have been receiving since I began this channel. I wish you all a very, very happy month of February. Happy St. Valentine's Day to everybody, and see you all next month. Bye bye.